Stream. We are finally live, and I'm happy to see all the members here who already joined the live session, who were waiting for the live session. I was asked by many members to cover the New York session opening in one of the live streams. As you know, this summer I usually was streaming during the London session opening, and I received a lot of requests to do the live session during the New York session opening. So here we are, live tweeting during the New York session. I hope that you will enjoy today's live stream. I prepared for you some setups to discuss. As always, we will go through a lot of different charts. We will discuss a lot of different setups. We will analyze a lot of different instruments. And as always, remember that one of the most important, one of the key elements of our live streams is the live chat, where we have a dialogue, where we discuss different things, where you ask your questions, and where I answer your questions. So we have a very simple rule during these live sessions that I won't finish a live stream before I answer all your questions, so don't be shy. Please ask me to analyze any instrument you want. Please ask me to analyze any Forex pair, any other instrument, and yes, feel free to join the discussion. So before we start, as always, just show me your presence. Say hello in the live chat if you're here and watching. Say hello, say good day, good morning, good evening, depending on your time zone, depending on the place where you are. Share, by the way, where are you staying, from where are you watching the live stream, and yes, and just show me your presence. Hello, Paul, thanks for joining the live stream. MP here, Abu here, East Africa Investment Alliance here. Wow, even the investment alliances watch my live sessions. That's great. That's great. So I was thinking a lot what to discuss during today's live stream, because as you know, the start of the week was absolutely crazy. And this week started, even though, funny thing is that it's summer. It is August, the trading month of August, and usually that is the most boring month of summer. And honestly, in August, I usually take very few trades simply because the markets are usually very slow. Usually the entire summer is slow, but August is usually the most boring month. And this August started with a lot of movements. I guess you saw that we saw crazy movements on crypto market. We saw a lot of crazy movements on US stock market, other stock markets, Forex market, commodities market, metals, everywhere. A lot of movements, everywhere, a lot of irrational waves, impulses, and I was very surprised. And it even, if you watched the charts on Monday, there was even the feeling that is kind of the panic on the market. It is the storm, the panic, and I was even preparing for further rallies. I was preparing for further bullish and bearish waves on the markets, but I guess the thing was that the markets stopped very quickly. It was just one single day when we saw such a crazy volatility, and then the markets stopped moving. Yes, the markets started to recover, even though there were no news, no central bank speeches, nothing special. The markets just stopped. So, and honestly, for me, the week started with the losses. So I was trying to take some trades based on the movements that we saw on Monday. So on Monday, I made the decision not to trade at all, because I thought that it is very risky to. I was just waiting for the clarification what exactly is going on. And when I checked the charts on Tuesday, I noticed that the markets stopped, the markets stabilized. I decided to take a couple of trades based on the movements that are occurred. But I started the week with losses. Yes, and so far, I don't really like how the markets are acting at all. But it is how it is, and that is the harsh truth about the markets. By the way, let me introduce how you started this week. Let me know if you managed to catch any nice move based on the recent rallies that we saw. Hello, Danish. Hello, BK. Hello, Rohit. Hello, Michael. Dalmas. Anriv here. CBA here. And Okpulor here. Thanks for joining the live session. And thinking about what to start with, what instrument to analyze during the start of the live stream, I decided to show you the short trade that I took on European pair, the trade that is based on my multiple time frame analysis strategy, the trade that is based on key levels analysis, trend analysis, price action analysis, candlestick analysis. So that will be the setup that we will start with. That will be the setup that we will warm up with, and then we will see how it goes, because I also prepared some thoughts about dollar yen, of course about gold, of course about pound dollar, some thoughts about Aussie dollar. So yeah, and I will monitor the live chat during the live stream and will monitor how it goes. So let's start with Euro pound. I really wanted to discuss with you Euro pound, because on Euro pound I see a very nice example of the application of multiple time frame analysis. So if you're watching this live session the first time, if you are just joined my YouTube channel, if you just subscribed, one thing to note for you is that my trading strategy is purely technical analysis strategy. It is based on the analysis of multiple time frames, and during this live sessions I just show how I apply my trading strategy, trading different financial markets. So what we see on Euro pound, we always start, I always see that we start our multiple time frame analysis trading with the higher time frame. And the first time frame that we should check is always the daily. Daily time frame is very important, because on a daily we can see the global trend, minor trend, midterm trend, and also on a daily we can spot important key levels. We can spot important support and resistance levels, the trend lines, and there are a lot of very important things that you can identify in a daily. That is why, by the way, daily time frame is important for day traders, scalpers, swing traders, investors. For every trading style, daily time frame is important. So I really want you to always analyze the daily. Yes, it is a very, very, very important time frame. And what we see on Euro pound, the first thing to note about Euro pound pair analyzing the daily time frame is that globally the market is bearish. And over time we can spot that the market successfully sets new lower lows, new lower highs, and you can see that over time the market keeps updating the lows, and we clearly see that the market is very bearish. Then if we analyze the recent price action, we can spot that once the market updated the low in July, the market started to recover. You can see that here we formed a very nice double bottom formation. We formed a very classic bullish reversal pattern here, and then the market started to recover, and the market started a correctional movement. Why is that so important? The thing is that if the global trend still remains bearish, globally we are still bearish, and for that reason we perceive this recent bullish movement, we perceive this recent bullish rally here as the correctional movement. For now, for us, this recent bullish rally here is simply a correction in the global bullish trend. And if you are studying the smart money concepts, if you are studying the classic price action analysis, you should know that in a bearish trend, the market remains bearish, we remain bearish biased till the market is trading below the level of the last lower high in a bearish trend. And in this bearish trend, our last lower high is here. That is the structure cluster based on our last lower high. Until the market is trading below that, we remain bearish and we consider this bullish movement to be a correction. So, because the global trend is bearish and because we see a correctional movement, now we can look for the trend following trading setup. We can assume that at some moment this correction will end and the market will return back to a global bearish trend. With all that in mind, the next thing that we do after we analyze the market trend, we start analyzing the key levels. We start analyzing the structures and we start looking for the closest resistance, for the closest structure from where it will be safe for us to sell the market, from where we can anticipate the resumption of a bearish trend. Yes, I hope you follow. And traders, if you follow, give me yes. And if something is not clear, just ask and I will clarify. Analyzing the historical price action, we can easily spot that here we have two very important resistances. The first resistance that we can spot is over here. That resistance is very significant because that resistance was respected multiple times in the recent past, and you can see that from that resistance in the recent past the market initiated a very strong bearish movement. Moreover, you can see that we tested that resistance on Monday. We got a test of that structure, and from that structure we saw a very strong rejection. You can see that we were rejected strongly from that resistance, confirming the strength of that structure. And a little bit higher, we have our major resistance based on the last lower high in the global bearish trend. So that is one more very important structure to pay close attention to. So these are two important resistances. And from one of these two important resistances, the next trend following movement may initiate. So far, on a daily, we executed the market trend analysis. After the execution of the market trend analysis, we spotted the resistances from where we can look for the trend following movement. Then, after that, our next step is always to wait for the test of structure. Our task is to wait for the test of structure, and only then we can look for the trading opportunity. And according to my rules, according to my trading plan, according to the rules of my trading strategy, I never trade the market beyond key levels. I strictly trade only from key levels. And you can see that for 3 consecutive days, we are testing that resistance. We got multiple tests of that resistance. And that resistance can provide for us a safe point to sell the market from. But before we sell, what we also need to do, we need to analyze lower time frames, and we should spot some confirmation, some intraday signal that would confirm the significance of that resistance. So the next step that we will follow, we will analyze the intraday time frames. And for my multiple time frame analysis trading strategy, I apply 4-hour and 1-hour time frames analysis. So let's check 4-hour time frame and let's analyze what we see on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, what we can spot is that after the test of that resistance here, after the test of that strong resistance, we formed a very strong bearish candle. Look how the market was trading here. You can see that the pair formed a lot of bullish candles. You can see that the market was rallying. We were strongly bullish and the market was growing like crazy. But once that resistance was reached, finally we saw a bearish reaction. Finally we saw the willingness of sellers to sell, and that candle right here clearly confirms the strength of the sellers. Now let's look for even more clues on an hourly time frame. Let's check if we have something special there. On an hourly time frame, what we should do, we should execute the price action analysis. In order to identify the bearish clues here, we should pay close attention to the price action here and look for the patterns, because we have a lot of patterns here. The first thing that I spotted with my students on a European pair was the channel. Look, traders, have you seen this channel on European pair? This one, the expanding channel that the market was respecting for some time. You can see that the market perfectly traded within the boundaries of the channel. The market perfectly respected the resistance and the support of the channel. And look what happened after the test of the resistance here, of that horizontal resistance. You can see that the market dropped and the market successfully violated the support of the channel, giving us a very strong bearish signal. But that is not the only bearish signal that we see here. We have more bearish clues here. Let's zoom in the chart and study the recent price action here. Traders, give me yes in the live chat if you follow. Give me yes if my analysis makes sense to you and if you understand what I'm talking about. Let me know if everything is clear and you stay focused and watch. If we analyze the recent price action here, we can spot two very powerful bearish patterns here. The first bearish pattern that we can spot here is the cup and handle pattern. Here is the cup and here is the handle. It is the so-called inverted cup and handle formation. You can see that if we also analyze the price action from that point, we can also spot one more pattern right here. From such a perspective, we also have here a head and shoulders pattern. Yes, here is the left shoulder, the head, and here goes the right shoulder. You can see that here we have two very bearish patterns. And look what happened with the market after the test of our blue resistance. After the test of our blue resistance, you can see that the market dropped. Yes, and as we discussed, the market successfully violated the support of the channel, but also the market violated two necklines here. The market violated the neckline of the cup and handle formation. Yes, it was broken here. And then the market also violated the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern. So both necklines were broken. And look how many breakouts we got here. We got 3 breakouts here. The breakout of the trend line and breakouts of 2 horizontal necklines. Yes, that is the clear sign of strength of the sellers here. So for me, that was more than enough to confirm the change of character here, to confirm that the market may start a correction, that the market may probably return back to a global bearish trend, and I made a decision to sell. And thank you, Paul. Thank you, CBL, for giving me yes and showing that you follow and everything is clear. So after this breakouts, I made a decision to sell, and I was looking for a very safe point, very nice entry to sell the market from, and I decided that the retest of a broken neckline of this head and shoulders pattern can be a nice point to sell the market from. So I made a decision to set a sell limit order on that and to sell the market from that broken structure. My short trade was opened on a retest with the stop loss strictly lying above the highs of the patterns. You can see that here we have our highs and stop loss should strictly lie above that. And with such a stop loss placement, we also have the stop loss lying above our blue resistance. That increases the safety of that setup. Then the last thing that we need to identify here is the target for the trade. So for the swing traders, of course, for swing traders can anticipate a bearish movement all the way down to lower structures. But for the day trade, the targets should be more conservative. And for the target, I decided to rely on the closest strong structure. The closest strong structure that I spotted on EURPound was right here. Let me show you. We have a very peculiar structure over here. I hope you see that. Yes, it is. We can better recognize that on a 4-hour time frame. Look, that's a very nice structure here. Very strong one. Yes, and you can clearly see the significance of that structure. How many times in the past that structure here was respected by the market. So our take profit will lie just above that structure, a couple of pips above that structure. So here's how our trading setup looks. The trade is active. You can see that the market was trading above the entry for some time. You can see that the market was staying above the entry for many hours, but now the market again dropped below the entry. And what we can anticipate now in EURPound, we can anticipate bearish continuation. We can anticipate that the market will drop, and here can be the target for our trade. Let me know, traders, what do you think about that trading setup? Let me know what are your thoughts. I hope that you agree with my reasoning. I hope that you understood why I decided to sell, what were exactly the signals that I relied on to make a decision to sell the pair. And yeah, I hope everything is clear. Now about your questions. So I saw a question about dollar yen. I guess dollar yen will be the next instrument that we will analyze. Here's on dollar yen pair. I spotted very important thing. And by the way, the first thing to note about dollar yen pair is that I guess you would agree with me that this recent bearish rally is naturally crazy. If we measure the fall from the high right here to the low, you can see that at some moment the pair lost 12.5%. That's crazy because Japan is the trillion-dollar economy, and such swings on the safe haven currency, yeah, such swings are crazy. It just shows how unstable are the markets now. So what happened with this strong bearish movement? The market violated a lot of structures. The market violated a lot of key levels. I guess you knew that we got a lot of historical structures here, and all the structures here were broken. But with the recent bearish movement, one more important thing happened. If we analyze the long-term perspective, if we analyze how the pair is trading from the long-term perspective, and if we take that important low of last year, we can spot here a very significant trend line. You can see that that trend line here was respected by the market a lot of times in the past. You can see how important it was for the market. And look at this bullish wave that initiated from that trend line. Definitely that trend line was very important for the market participants. And with the high probability, still the market participants pay close attention to that trend line. After the breakout here, that trend line now turned into resistance. It is a vertical resistance now. And one more thing that I spotted right here was the violation of that horizontal structure. You can see that here we got a very important horizontal support that was broken. We have a very strong horizontal key level that was violated here. And I do believe, traders, that a broken horizontal structure here and the broken trend line may compose the expanding zone of supply. it can be our strong supply zone from where the market may continue falling. If we analyze that low here, if we analyze where the market stopped falling, the level where the market stopped falling, and look left at structure, you can spot that we got our key levels lower. So I think that the pair still has a potential to drop lower. I still believe that the pair has a nice potential to reach that key support. For that reason, I do believe that selling orders will accumulate within that expanding area, and I think that with a very high probability from that expanding area, the pair will keep falling. Yes, so my bias is now very bearish on the dollar yen pair. I think that the pair will drop, and that will be a very important supply zone for you to watch. So pay close attention to this one. Now, traders, let me know what will be the pair that we should analyze next. Please let me know which instrument do you want me to analyze next. Then let me on it says why you blew the account. Interesting, because I see the there's some other language in the live chat that I cannot understand, unfortunately. So the only one that I can understand is English. So please, if you keep some dialogue in the live chat, make sure that it is in English so anyone could understand. That would be the best tone to stick to. Now let's check oil. I saw a question from WTI crude oil, so let's analyze it and discuss what is going on WTI crude oil. One important thing to note is that today we have important fundamentals. We have crude oil data in crude oil inventories data coming in 1 hour 30 minutes, if I remember correctly. So if you are planning some trade on oil first, I would recommend waiting for the release of this news before you make any decision on oil, because the impact of the news can easily break even the best setup. So what we see on WTI crude oil now is that the market recently reached a very important support. You can see that here we have a very strong support cluster that the market perfectly respected. You can see that the market was nicely rejected from that support, and you can see that so far that support looks respected. The only obstacle for the buyers now after this pullback from that support is the recently broken structure here. You can see that we have a brand new resistance here that the price is currently testing. And I think that a bullish breakout of that resistance, a bullish violation of that resistance, the daily candle close above that resistance can give us a very strong bullish signal. Yes, if the market will violate that resistance, that will be a very strong bullish signal for us that will push the prices all the way up to that horizontal key level. That can be the first goal for the buyers then. Alternatively, remember that that structure here is still a very strong structure. It is still not broken, and the market may easily respect that. So you can also monitor the intraday price action and look for some bearish pattern here. Remember that the news today can easily be bearish for WTI crude oil. The market can easily negatively react to the news that will be released today. For that reason, remember that both scenarios are possible. And if we form some bearish pattern here, that will be a very nice confirmation for you to take a pullback trade from that resistance. So strictly wait for the news. And here are the scenarios for you to follow. Now let's check pound dollar. See a question about pound dollar pair. Let's analyze it, and let's briefly return back to dollar yen, because someone spotted there the equal highs. This one on an hourly time frame, right? Remember that the fact that the price sets the equal highs is not a strong signal. Yes, and remember that for now these highs are equal, but with the next candle the market may easily set a new higher high. So I would say that for now it is a very poor signal, and at least what we can look for here as the signal is the breakout of that strong structure. You can see that here we have a very significant support, and I would see that our strong bearish signal here can be a breakout of that orange support. Yes, it can be a very nice and strong sign of strength of the sellers. But the fact that we just set the equal highs, I guess, is not enough to confirm the strength of the supply cluster that we spotted on a daily. So be very, very, very careful. Now let's check pound dollar. So I was asked to analyze pound dollar. Let's open the naked chart and discuss what is going on here. So on pound dollar pair, I want to show you the example how you can trade the breakouts with the confirmation, because I know that many of you are trading the breakouts, and many of you are probably doing that wrong. And let me show you one of the correct ways, correct strategies, accurate techniques to trade the breakouts with the confirmation. What we can spot on the pound dollar pair is that the market recently violated a strong support. You can see that here we got a strong support that was broken. Yes, you can see a strong support cluster here. We can spot multiple bullish reactions to that support. You can see that 1, 2, 3 times the market reacted to that support, and then with this strong bearish candle the market violated that. You can see that the market broke and closed below that support, and presumably after the breakout the broken structure here, the broken support, now turned into resistance. Yes, that is the rule. And remember that this rule is not 100% accurate. The thing is that there are a lot of false breakouts. There are a lot of situations when the breakouts don't work. So we just assume that the broken structure here turned into resistance. However, for now there is no proof of that. And with the profitable breakout trading strategy, you look for the confirmation that the broken structure truly turned into resistance, that the broken support turned into resistance, and that the broken resistance turned into support. So after the market breaks the structure, after the market closes below the support and retests the broken structure, what you should do, you should analyze the intraday price action and look for the confirmation. And what can be our confirmation here? Let's just study the price action and let's discuss what can be our confirmation in that particular case. In that particular case, we can spot that after the breakout, the market became very weak. The market became very weak, and we started to trade within a very narrow range. You can see that the market started to trade within that, I would say, that horizontal range, right? That is the range where the price is currently stuck. So why that range is so important? Because within the ranges, the trading volumes are accumulating. Within the ranges, smart money are placing their orders, and within the ranges, the market participants are deciding what will be next. For within the range, supply met demand, and at some moment that will change, and bearish breakout of the support of the range here, the violation of the support of the range, will give you a strong confirmation that the broken structure, that the breakout of a daily structure is valid, that the broken structure truly turned into resistance. It will be a very important sign of strength of the sellers for you, that after the consolidation on a broken structure, the market went lower, that it set a new lower low here and violated the support of the range. That will be your confirmation. And after the violation of that support, after a 4-hour candle close below that, you can set your sell limit order on a retest of a broken support of the range, and you can then anticipate a bearish continuation lower. That's how we treat the breakouts. That's how we look for the confirmation after the breakout. So watch carefully. Yes, and that is my plan for now on the pound dollar pair, to wait for the breakout of the support of the range. Here, it will confirm the breakout on the daily, and then I will anticipate a further bearish continuation. That is the plan. Let me know, traders, what to analyze for you next. Let me know, yeah, and show me your presence. Yes, I hope that you keep watching, and I hope that you are here and listening. Yes, and hello, Arum. Thanks for joining this live stream. Singh says pound dollar moving in a bearish channel. Yes. I think so. If we return back to a daily time frame, on a daily time frame, I guess we can spot some channel. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so we are truly trading within this channel. And by the way, from the price action analysis perspective, from the trend analysis perspective, this channel right here looks like a bullish flag. Yes, I guess you see that we have a very nice and strong flag pull here. And after the price updated the high here, we started a correctional movement within the flag. Yes, and the fact that we formed the flag here signifies that now it is the correction stage. Yes, and the breakout of the resistance of the flag can be a strong bullish signal for us. Now, gold traders, let me know if you are here and watching. If you want me to check gold for you, give me yes in the live chat and we will analyze gold together. Just give me yes in the live chat. Now, I see a question from Rocket about pound CAD pair. Let's check pound CAD and discuss what is up with pound CAD. So pound CAD recently violated the support of the range. Remember, we just discussed how important are the ranges. And on a pound CAD pair, recently the price formed such a range. You can see that for quite a long period of time, the market was trading within the boundaries of that range. And you can see that the support of the range was broken, and that was a very strong bearish signal that pushed the prices lower. So what is up with the pair now? I think the bearish movement that we see on a pound CAD pair now is just the correctional movement. Again, we can easily notice that the global trend here is bullish. We recently updated the high and then the correction started. So for now, this movement looks like a correctional movement. And so what we should do, we should simply identify the structures, the zones from where we can look for the trend following trading setup. If we analyze the historical price action, we can spot our first strong structure here. We have a very significant demand zone here. Also, we have a very significant demand zone right here, and we have a significant demand zone right here. So we have three important structures here to watch. For now, I would suggest waiting for a further bearish continuation. I do believe that these are the closest strong structures from where we can look for buying. So let the market keep correcting. Let the market test one of the structures and then look for a confirmation to open a long trade. Yes, that will be the plan on a pound CAD pair. Now let's check gold. And so my week started, this week I started with the losing trade on gold. As you know, those who follow me on my free Telegram channel know that after the market opening on Monday, I spotted a very bullish price action there. And reading the news, checking the price action, checking the trend and stuff, I was highly convinced that gold will move up on Monday. Yes, and all this panic, all this rumors made me think that the market definitely should become bullish. And I made the decision to buy gold, but it turned out that, yeah, I took a losing trade. And instead the market dropped, and instead the market respected the resistance based on the on the all-time high here, on the resistance based on the all-time high. So that was that was very sad, I would say. But anyway, let's check what is happening with the market now. Yes, let me share with you the updated analysis. Hello, Alaida. Thanks for joining the live stream. And Crypto Nerd here. Great live stream. Can you analyze gold and US30? Yes. We will check the indexes as well. Don't worry. So, turned out that gold did not manage to set the new all-time high here. Even though, I was thinking that chances will be high that the market will manage to update the all-time high. But not this time. Not this time. We did not even retest the level of the all-time high, and we just respected the resistance cluster based on the all-time high, and from that we dropped. Also, just let me bring back one more important structure here. We have a very important trend line here, and we also have a very important trend line here. Yes, so that we are trading in a rising parallel channel. And even though for the last couple of days gold turned bearish, remember that our global bias is still bullish. The market is still globally bullish, and for now, from the price action analysis perspective, I don't see any strong bearish reversal clues. For now, the bearish movement that we saw just feels like the pullback, the retracement. Nothing special for now. With all that being said, let's analyze the recent price action here, and let's look for the clues. What I spotted here with my students was a very important horizontal support. You can see that here we have a strong horizontal support cluster, and also, if I remember correctly, yes, we got also the trend line here. The recently broken trend line, this one. So that on gold, we got here this demand zone. Yes, this local zone of demand. And that local zone of demand was nicely respected. And we saw a very strong rejection from that zone of demand. Look how perfectly that zone was respected. So that zone here is very significant. That's horizontal support here is very significant. And definitely for now, if you're looking for buying, that is the closest support from where you should look for buying. So that is the structure analysis that we executed here. And one important thing that we can spot here is that from the trend analysis perspective, we can conclude that we have here the consolidation stage now. From the price action perspective, this recent price action here looks like a perfect example of the consolidation of the sideways market. It is the example of the market that is ranging and the example of the market that is now consolidating. And what we knew about the consolidating market, yes, I always repeat to my students a very simple rule. Once you spotted the market that is consolidating, that is trading within the range, remember that there's always a high chance that from the resistance of the range, the market will drop to the support of the range, and from the support of the range, we will see a bullish movement to the resistance of the range. Yes, once you see that the market in the consolidation stage, we usually see the movements from the upper boundary of the range to the lower boundary of the range, from the lower boundary of the range to the upper boundary of the range. That is kind of the nature of the market that is trading in the consolidation. So based on that assumption, we can expect that after the test of the support of the range here, the market will go to the resistance of the range. Yes, the fact that we tested recently the lower boundary of the range and we respected that increases the probabilities that now it's the time for gold to go up to the resistance of the range, and it makes me bullish biased. I guess you understand. Now, tutors, give me yes in the live chat, and I will also check the intraday time frames on gold for you. I will analyze 4-hour, hourly time frame and show you what I see there. So just give me yes in the live chat. One more thing to add is that I started the live stream saying that August is usually the most boring, the most I don't know, stable week months of summer. And I still think so, even though the beginning of the month was quite volatile. I still think that the markets can become very boring now. And the fact that we formed the range here and that it is the month of August now, increases the probabilities that we will, keep consolidating, that gold will be relatively stable and will stock within the range here. Now, thank you for your yes, and now let's check what is up on the 4-hour time frame. So just remember that our 4-hour time frame analysis will be based on the fact that on a daily we are staying within the range and that we recently tested that demand cluster here. So let's check a 4-hour time frame now. If we check a 4-hour time frame, we should execute structure analysis here again, the trend analysis, structure analysis, and we should understand what is going on here. After the test of that resistance, from the trend analysis perspective, you can see that we started to trade in the minor bearish trend here. We set multiple lower lows here and lower highs. And if we draw the trend line based on the lower highs, we can spot that gold formed a very nice bullish flag pattern right here. We can even draw the support of the flag right here. It would look quite weird, but it is still a valid pattern. Or we can even draw like here. I guess that would be better. So we have a very nice bullish flag here. That is a very nice example of a bullish flag. Let's take away that trend line here. And let me draw this impulse flag. Yeah, so this is the flagpole, a bullish impulse. And then this correctional movement within this falling parallel channel is a classic example of a bullish flag. And what is very peculiar about the intraday price action on gold is that after the test of that demand zone, gold bounced, set a lower high, then dropped, but did not manage to retest the current low. Instead, the market set a higher low here. And the fact that we set a higher low here is a very important sign of weakness for us here. And at the moment, what is happening with the market is also attempting to violate the resistance of the flag. You can see that now we see the breakout attempt of that falling trend line. And if a 4-hour candle closes above the resistance of the flag, I do believe that for us it will be a very important bullish signal. For us, it will confirm the strength of the buyers. And for us, it will be the signal that the market will keep growing. So our 4-hour candle closes in 55 minutes. I want you to check gold in 55 minutes again, and if a 4-hour candle closes above that trend line, we then can anticipate the bullish movement. The first goal, of course, will be the closest 4-hour resistance. Our closest 4-hour resistance is over here. That will be the first goal, and we can easily retest this yellow resistance then. Now let's also check if we have something special on an hourly time frame to analyze. And on an hourly time frame, again, if you're a smart money trader, if you are the price action trader, you can spot here that we were trading a bearish trend, then the market started to consolidate here, and look what happened on an hourly time frame. On an hourly time frame, we got here a confirmed change of character. We got a confirmed violation of the level of the last lower high in this bearish trend. It is already the sign of strength of the buyers here. Yes, and it is already the signal that gold is ready to grow. But as the extra layer of safety, as the extra layer of confirmation, for our candle close above the resistance of the flag, will just increase the probabilities that the signal that we spotted is valid, correct, and strong. Yes. So let me introduce. What do you think? What are your expectations? Let me know, what do you anticipate from gold? Are you bullish, bearish, or don't know? Let me know what are your thoughts. One more thing, why I do believe that technical analysis plays so important role on gold, especially today, is the fact that if we check the economic calendar for today, you will notice that there are no important US news for today. We don't have the important fundamentals for today. And during the absence of the important fundamentals, technicals tend to dominate. Yes, because the high impact news create the imbalance in supply and in demand. The high impact news create the inefficiencies on the market. But while there are no news, yes, technicals will most likely dominate. So that is what I see over here. And Crypto Nerd says gold will be bullish for now. No news for this week. Yes. Absolutely agree with you. Just let's wait for our candle close above the resistance of the flag as the extra confirmation. Now, traders, let me know what to analyze for you next. Let me know which pair, which instrument do you want me to check next. Yes, and also by the way, remember that during the live session, quite often the live chat is moving very quickly, and I simply miss your questions. So if I do not answer, just please ask again. And also, traders, by the way, do not forget to subscribe to my social networks. I have a free Telegram channel for you where I share daily free signals and forecasts. I have Instagram, TradingView page, Twitter, Facebook group. You can find all the links in the description of this live stream. Now let's check dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss will be the next instrument that we will analyze. As to analyze oil, my friend, we already analyzed oil. You can check the recording. Yes, so let's check what is up with dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss is steadily recovering after this crazy bearish movement, and so far I guess the market may keep recovering. Rohit, I guess you would agree with me that for now we can anticipate that the market will recover. And here are some structures for you to watch. We have a strong trend line right here, quite important one. We have a strong trend line right here, quite important one. And we also have a recently broken structure here, this one. Yes, so these are three important structures for you to watch. And the pair is now trading in a bearish trend, and I would wait for the completion of the correction here, and I would look for shorting from these resistances. I think that the market still has a potential to drop lower, so I think that these three structures can help you sell dollar Swiss relatively safely. Now let's check US30. US30, it's quite tricky what is going on with the US30 index, but my overall sentiment is very bearish now. There are some important bearish clues that we can spot. One of those is, of course, the breakout of that major key structure. It was a very significant key structure that was broken, so it is a very important sign of strength of the sellers for us here. And also we got a very significant trend line here. This one also was broken. Yes, so we have two very significant breakouts on US30, and feels like the market may easily drop lower. I have always with indexes, though, you should be very careful when you are shorting. Yes, because shorting the indexes, you always short against the trend. So shorting is a very risky strategy to stick to trading the indexes. The better strategy is to simply wait for the pullbacks, for the dips, and then to look for buying the dips. And so far, I see a strong support here. The first strong support to watch, we have a strong support here. We have a strong support cluster here. So you can consider the structures in your analysis, and you can look for buying from one of the structures. But for now, as I said, for now, bias is bearish, and I think that we can easily expect a movement lower, but be very careful. Now, AUDCAD, I see a question about AUDCAD. Let's check it and discuss. So AUDCAD, yeah, man, what we can see on AUDCAD is that definitely we are very bearish now, yes, and we have some important resistances to watch. We have a strong resistance right here, and we have a strong resistance right here. And for now, because the trend is bearish, I would look for shorting from these two resistances, because there's still a nice potential that the pair will drop. And if we analyze the 4-hour time frame and check what is happening here, we can spot here this rising wedge pattern. So you can build a trading plan based on that rising wedge, because the support of the wedge now is a strong vertical support. So you can let the market grow within the boundaries of the wedge, and the bearish breakout of the support of the wedge can give you a strong trend following signal. Yes, that is what I see for now right here. Now let's check US 100 index. Question from Paul about US 100. So let's discuss what is going on here. Again, so now we are testing a very important resistance. You can see that recently we got a gap here, and this gap here now composes quite a significant resistance. Yes, quite a significant resistance cluster. And if we look left at historical price action, we can easily see how important is that structure right here. And Jamshid, thanks for asking. Yes, thanks for asking, and good luck in your trading, brother. So we have a test of that resistance here, and again, we have a nice potential to drop lower here, and that resistance can easily be the area from where the market will drop. As the confirmation, you can monitor a 4-hour time frame, because on the 4-hour time frame you can see that now the index is stuck within that horizontal range. We have a very nice range here, and of course a bearish breakout of the support of the range can give us a strong bearish signal that will push the prices lower. For scalpers, for those who are scalping US 100, you can also consider this tiny range on an hourly time frame. If you're looking for some scalping short, you can consider a bearish breakout of the support of the range right here, with the target being that minor support. That is also the option here. Now, what will be the next one? Pound yen, I think. Let's check pound yen and discuss. With pound yen, again, very tricky what is going on with all the yen pairs. Man, honestly, with all yen pairs, after this recent intervention, it is very hard to make any accurate forecast, because it is still not clear what can we expect. More manipulations here? What else can happen here? Yes, this recent bearish movement and the breakout of multiple key historical supports, yes, warns me now that for now trading yen pairs can be very risky. And what is currently going on with pound yen is that the market is now retesting a recently broken structure here. Yes, we have a very strong horizontal resistance here that the market is testing. So we may easily drop from that resistance. As your confirmation, you can watch an hourly time frame, because on an hourly time frame we have a potential double top. You can see that at the moment the pair is forming a double top, and bearish rock out of the neckline of the double top can give us a strong bearish signal. But for now, again, it's not clear whether the pattern will be formed or not. Still not clear what the hell is going on here, so be very careful. Be very careful for now, and if you just started trading, my advice to you is to not trade yen pairs now at all, because it is very risky. Yes, and as I said, it is hard to predict what will exactly happen with the pair after this crazy intervention that occurred. So be very careful. It was double top before, but didn't work. Yes. It was a double top here before, and it didn't work. Yes, and such a thing happens with all the patterns. I always say to my students that 100% accurate pattern does not exist. Yes, it is all, trading is all about probabilities. Yes, it is the game of statistics. And the patterns, the price action patterns, give a minor statistical edge, right? But the pattern doesn't give you the guarantee. And that is the harsh truth about price action trading. But if we trade them consistently, if we trade the patterns consistently over time, we will have the positive winning ratio. Yes, that is how the patterns basically work. Now let's briefly check pound Swiss pair. Pound Swiss, let's analyze what is up with pound Swiss and discuss again. This recent bearish movement on pound Swiss was naturally crazy, and so far, if we analyze the historical structures on pound Swiss, our closest strong resistance on pound Swiss, horizontal one, is right here, very far from current price levels. If I remember, we also have a trend line here. Yes, this one. So we have two significant structures, and so far the structures are very far from current price levels. So the pair can easily recover. On the 4-hour time frame here, we already have a minor bullish trend. You can see that we have the bullish impulse, the retracement with the higher low, and the new bullish impulse with the new higher high. So the market may easily keep correcting here and go up. Yes, it looks like the market is too oversold after this sell-off here. So now we can easily start recovering, and we have a very nice potential for recovery, because our closest resistance is right here, that yellow horizontal structure. Hello Dominique, thanks for being here. I see a question about euro dollar. Let's check euro dollar and discuss it. As with many forex peers now, yeah, euro dollar looks very tricky. But one thing is certain about euro dollar. We are trading in a bullish trend on it daily. We have a clear bullish trend here, and we set multiple higher lows. And what happened with euro dollar this week? We updated the high. We set a new higher high, and that is a very important event. For smart money traders, you could easily recognize here the break of structure, the BOS. Yes, that is a very important event that occurred on euro dollar. It confirms the strength of a bullish trend on the market, and that tells us that the market still has a very nice potential to keep trading in a bullish trend and to keep going higher. So I think that after some correction here, yeah, we can anticipate more growth on euro dollar. And so far, our task is just to monitor key levels, monitor important historical structures, and wait for the test of the structures, and from there look for buying. Here are 3 significant supports that I am paying close attention to on euro dollar, and I will wait for the test of one of the structures, and from there I would look for the trend following trading setup. Yes, so that is the plan for euro dollar. CBS says, I think it was because of the resistance was not reached, and another, I would say it was also some sort of false double top signal. Yeah, so there are very important thing for you to know, traders, if you trade the price action patterns, is that sometimes the formation of the pattern is the manipulation. You should realize that smart money have a power to form the patterns on a price chart. They do that to manipulate retail traders and to grab the liquidity from the market. And sometimes there will be the situations when there are the false patterns, especially ahead of some important fundamental news. Ahead of important fundamental news, there are a lot of false patterns. So with the false patterns, and I'm trading for more than 9 years now, and still I haven't found the recipe to recognize all the false patterns. Yes, it's very complicated to learn to identify all of them, but you should just know that such patterns exist. It is the manipulation, and we can easily be caught by false patterns. So beware of that. Now, quickly about Bitcoin. So on my free Telegram channel, I warned that there's a very important resistance to watch. We got a massive sell-off on Bitcoin. The market was falling for many days, and if we open a weekly time frame, we can spot that there was a very significant structure here. You can see that if we take 50,000 level and some structures around that, we can spot a very important demand cluster. That is the psychological structure cluster, and that was respected. Yes, that structure cluster here was respected. We were nicely rejected from that, and price action analysis here gave a very strong and accurate bullish signal because the market was falling rapidly. We tested that yellow structure cluster, and then immediately we formed a double bottom. That was the example of a valid pattern. That pattern clearly confirmed the reversal, the exhaustion of the sellers, and then the market started to grow. So I think that for now, Bitcoin may keep recovering. Yes, if we analyze how the market updated the lows earlier, yes, here and here, you can see that each time after the update of the low, the market recovered. Each time after the market updated the low, it recovered. So I think there's a high chance that we will recover again now. And one more important warning sign for all the Bitcoin traders is that you can see that on Bitcoin we are also updating lower highs. Yes, it shows us that we have a clear bearish trend here now. We have a clear bearish trend, and we should be very careful because the sentiment from the beginning of March on the market is not that really bullish. Yes, it is already bearish. So let's be patient, and let's remember that even though Bloomberg analysts predict $150,000 for Bitcoin, yes, for now probably such a scenario is not true. So be very careful. Singh says, please scenario for pound dollar. My friend, I analyzed pound dollar. I shared a very detailed analysis for pound dollar, so please check the recording. I guess it was analyzed around 20 minutes ago. Traders, and if you're still here and listening, just show me your presence and say hey, show me that you are still here, so I could know that there are still the students who are willing to continue this this live stream. Now I see a question about EURCAD. Let's check EURCAD. And so EURCAD also, like Eurodollar, EURCAD updated the high. EURCAD updated the high. We set a new high right here. We violated multiple resistances, and now we see the correction. And man, in such a strong bullish trend, what we do, we are looking for a bullish trend continuation. Trend following trading is the best strategy for us to follow in such a strong bullish trend. So we are waiting for the trend following movement, and our task is to try to catch a trend following movement. So far on EURCAD, we have two important structures. We have a strong structure here that the market is testing at the moment, and we have a very strong structure here. And thanks, traders, for still being here. Truly appreciate that, and I'm happy that you are enjoying this session. Thanks for keep listening. So we have a test of strong structure here, and that is the potentially strong support from where the next bullish movement may initiate. The only thing that we need right here before we buy is a strong confirmation. What can be our confirmation here? You can see that we have clear minor bearish trend here on an hourly time frame, and in this bearish trend we can recognize, yes, the strong resistance. Look, do you see this resistance on a 4-hour time frame? Let me underline that with a different color so you could better recognize that. So from the trend analysis perspective, yes, here is our bearish trend, yes, on a 4-hour time frame. That resistance here is also based on the lower high in this minor bearish trend. And the bullish violation of that will give us the confirmed change of character. It will invalidate, violate this minor bearish trend. So if you're looking for a strong bullish signal on the EURCAD here, I think the best strategy to follow here is to wait for a bullish violation of the level of the last lower high in this minor bearish trend. With the change of character, probabilities will be high that then the bullish trend will resume. And if not, if the market will keep falling, if the market will keep updating the lows here, just wait for the test of that yellow support and look for a bullish signal from there. That will be the next strategy for you to watch. Now, let's check Euro-Yen. Traders, if I didn't answer your question now, ask again. Yes, because feels like I managed to answer all the questions. But if I missed your question, or if you want me to analyze something else for you, just ask now in the live chat. Yes, and I will check any instrument for you. Euro-Yen. Now we are checking Euro-Yen question from Okpulor. So so as with all the yen pairs, man, situation is tricky, situation is crazy, situation is not clear. But what really matters on Euro-Yen is that after this massive sell-off, the market perfectly respected this support cluster. Yes, we got a significant support cluster here that was perfectly respected, and from where we were rejected. So at least this key level worked on Euro-Yen, and at least this key level was respected by the market. So you can see that the test of structure triggered a strong rejection, and now the price bounced, and now we see the breakout attempt of that horizontal resistance. You can see that we are already trading above that, and I guess everything will depend on the today's daily candle close. If we manage to close above that daily resistance, it will confirm the strength of the buyers on the market, and the candle close above that resistance will be a very important sign of strength of the buyers for us. And I think that then Euro-Yen can easily go up and reach that next resistance. Yes, so that is what I see. Alternatively, also, the market may respect that yellow resistance, the market may drop from that, and as we discussed earlier, as on other yen pairs, we may form here double top, bearish violation of its neckline can give us a local bearish signal. Yes, so that is what I see. So all yen pairs are now very closely correlated. Yes, the correlation on all yen pairs is very close now. So basically treating one yen pair, you treat them all. So, and the analysis on one yen pair matches with the analysis of all yen pairs. So be very careful. Said says, hi bro, what is the best place to buy gold on lower time frame? So in our example, if we return back to our gold analysis here, it gives in our example, the best place to buy gold on an hourly time frame will be, of course, the retest of this structure. Yes, that horizontal structure, I guess, is the best point to buy from the hourly time frame perspective, right? So it always. So if you see some pattern on an hourly time frame that you don't see on a 4-hour or any other higher time frame, then the pattern, probably the neckline or the trend line of the pattern will give you the best point to buy or sell the market from. Hello Mono, thanks for joining. Happy to see you here, brother. Thanks for joining. Which time frames are best to use for day trading? Says Jamshid. By the way, I'm planning to record video on that topic, but I strongly believe that for day trading, the best combination is a daily time frame key level plus hourly or 30 minutes time frame trading setup. So hourly and 30 minutes are the best time frames for day trading, I think. To be honest, the day and 4-hour are mostly showing different trend. Yes, of course. Daily time frame and 4-hour time frame very often will show different trends. Yes, it is the trend analysis. Minor, mid-term, long-term trend, it's all different. Yes, and different time frames will show you different trends. And your job as a trader is to learn to recognize these trends and to feel them and understand the connection between these trends. Yes, so that is the goal, the job of the price action smart money trader. So what we see on the pound Aussie pair is that after we updated the high right here, we see the bearish movement now, and we see the test of a very important support here. Have a very strong structure here that the market is currently testing, and from that support we may see some pullback. If we analyze an hourly time frame, on an hourly time frame, we can spot that now we have a minor bearish trend here, and here we have the level of our last lower high. And your strong bullish signal can be a bullish violation of that last lower high. That can be the change of character, that can be an important bullish signal, and then you can anticipate a pullback. So that can be the signal that you can rely on to buy pound Aussie. Monitor this minor bearish trend, wait for a bullish violation of that minor resistance, and then anticipate a growth, I guess at least, yeah, to that resistance. That is a very strong resistance. That can be the goal for the trade. Aussie dollar. Question about Aussie dollar. So on Aussie dollar pair, I pay attention to a very significant resistance cluster that the market is currently testing. We have a strong resistance area right here that the market is approaching, and moreover we are in a very strong bearish wave now, so that resistance can be the area from where the bearish rally may continue. So from that area I'm looking for the signal to sell, and so far what I spotted is a strong 4-hour structure here. Yes, we have a strong 4-hour structure right here. That was a strong resistance, and that turned into support after the breakout. So the signal that I would look for here in Aussie dollar is the breakout of that 4-hour structure support. I think that it can give us a strong bearish signal that will push the prices lower, at least to that support. So watch carefully that support and wait for its broke out. Alternatively, remember that a bullish violation of that yellow resistance won't be a strong bullish signal, because we have strong resistance here as well. We have a strong resistance here as well. We have strong resistances here. So from these resistances, we will look for shorting signals. Euro-yen, brother, we analyzed, so please check the recording of the live stream. So traders, I hope that you enjoyed today's session. Again, as always, we analyzed a lot of setups, discussed a lot of different strategies. I shared a lot of tips with you. So I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know in the live chat how are your feelings? What is your mood? How do you feel about today's live stream? Also, traders, if you are interested in my premium stuff, I have the book for you with my trading strategy. If you want to learn the top-down trading, multiple time frame analysis trading, check my book on my website, VasilyTrader.com. I also have a video course for you, teaching you support and resistance patterns, multiple time frame analysis, candlesticks, and all that stuff. I also have the signals group for you. I have the trading academy where I teach my trading strategy and where I do this live streams on daily basis. So that's basically it, traders. Thanks for being here. Thank you for all your questions. Thank you for your participation. The recording will be provided in a couple of minutes. I also will add the time codes, so it would be more convenient for you to watch. Thanks for joining, and see you next time. And yeah, do not forget to subscribe to my social networks as well. All the links are in the description below. Thank you, traders.